Good morning. It's Carol again. I'm back, finally, doing something in my studio. I feel like a stranger in a new and interesting place. I hadn't really coped with the fact that I would love anything as much as I am being back here talking to you. And thank you for joining me. I thought what I would do today is take out my frustrations on fall. I'm not having the time or the ability at this point to do anything for Halloween, and I do like a little bit of Halloween for fun each holiday. I have some Halloween decorations that we keep in some bins in the attic that I use just in my family room, and they are not being able to come out this year. So then there's fall, which I consider to be now through the end of November. And I have a fall folder that I keep from year to year with bits and bobs of fallish things. And I thought that what I would do would be, oh, look at these. Oh, I love these. I love them. I love them. I love the colors. I love everything about these larger pieces. Let me move this out of the way, Carol. You're going to see me fumbling about a bit, I'm afraid, because I feel as though I've forgotten how to do all of this. Pieces that will work for fall. I think I'm going to use a piece of that today. I don't know why rocks make me think of fall, probably because it's the color of that tissue. And this, and some papers that I have run off. Some of my own art from previous explorations into fall, and so forth. So, I don't think I'm going to be trying to use these large ones today, because we're going to be back into our Commonplace glue book. Let me get this and tuck these away also. I might use them, and then again I probably won't. But so there they are, out of harm's way. And my Commonplace glue book that had one of my original pieces of slow stitching on the front, and a beautiful portfolio that was gifted to me by a very, very, very close friend who has been through with my treatments through thick and thin with me. Thank you, Erica. And I'm going to skip on to the last page that I worked on, which was kind of semi-fall. And I'm not going to do this page today. I think I'm going to stay on this spread. This, as you can see, just a graph composition book, and I have glued some pages together so that they have a little bit of oomph. And goodness knows we need oomph. Just ask me. I'm the queen of waiting for oomph to happen. So let's get an idea of what exactly it is that we're going to use here. I hope you are all having a nice weekend. The fact that I am here with you, and I've decided that when I start to get pooped, I will stop and come back later today or tomorrow, and if it takes a few small visits to my studio, which of course makes me absolutely happy, but that's what I will have to do in order to be back with you, all of you. So, this is a particularly special piece to me. I think I'm going to try to use this one. And in my glue book, I don't worry about, I find that I don't worry about cut edges. I just use pieces that speak to me. Let's see what else we might have here now. Here. Oh, a piece of very, very old music paper in French, which of course makes it just a bit more fun. And maybe don't do as I say. Don't do as I do, do as I say. Because, here we go, I think that one might be pretty there. Or not, we'll see. We're just auditioning pieces. Should I do that? Shall we do that? Oh, it's deliciously fall. Even though it's poinsettia, it still talks fall to me. And since this is my glue book, my Commonplace glue book, I can do that with impunity. I like that little touch of gold too. Very nice. What else do we have here? I feel as though I want to cram everything that's pretty on this page. Now, this is a piece that I had painted when I was doing something else a few years ago. Oh, isn't that just fall? Let's see. Maybe just a piece of this here, maybe. No rules are the rules. Do we need some of that? Do we need some of that? We might. And then again, we might not. Let's see what else we have here. No. 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 I think I'm thinking that I'm going to be doing some stenciling. Wow, actually going to be doing some stenciling again on the background areas here. And maybe after these pieces are glued down, I might do a little doodling. Yes, I think that's the plan. That plan came together fairly easily. Oh, and I wanted a piece of my rock. I wanted a piece of this. I don't know if it's going to make it now. We'll see. Have that. I wish you could tell me. I do wish you could. It's warmer. Decision made. I must have a sip of my Ensure. Goodness gracious. I think Ensure is saving my life, but not in place of food. I'm an eating machine because I'm trying to gain back weight that I lost. Alrighty. Now, that's that and that on that side. This, and this on that side. And now, these. And I think I'm going to use some distressed oxide, some pumice stone as a starter. I'm looking in the drawer because I used to know where each one of these bits came from. Things have changed. Ah, there it is. Saved. Okay. Let's do a little. This was the last one that I purchased on one of my outings over this year. I thought it might have some background. And how about some small stencil, which I will remember to clean up. Just to get back to an old friend collection here. I do love these stencils. Alrighty, I'm going to use this one as a starter. Just to add a hint of color here and there. And a little down here. Some up here. And down there. Very happy that I've got this very light gray. It's a nice background shade. Now, how about blend? We'll blend in a little bit. Do we want tea or do we want vintage photo? Or keep these in a box right at hand. Gathered twigs, walnut stain. Gathered twigs, walnut stain. It's been a while. Let me refresh my memory here. I think I'll use the walnut stain. Walnut stain it is. Ah, very nice. Starting to see what would be on the ground under the fall trees. You got sloppy there, Carol. We'll make believe you didn't do that. Looks as though we're going to be having a skip on our Halloween festivities. But maybe the babies. can do something. I'm sure the parents are going to get together and make sure that they have some way to show off those adorable costumes. And something to just perk that up just the tiniest bit. This one is called Rusty Hinge. Let's see if we can find the correct sponge for that one. This might work. Just the littlest bit of color up here. There. Coming off the page. And there. This is quite nice. Okay. Now I'm going to make sure that I leave this out to use to clean with my alcohol ink. Alrighty. Now let's see the road that we're heading along. Put these away. Let's have a look-see now. I decided maybe this for up here. This for down here. This for here, maybe. Maybe. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And let's see if we're still happy with this. Okay. And this one. And this one. Alrighty, now I'm going to do my housekeeping. But before I do that, I want to share with you that I go by the type of paper. This, of course, I will use my Yoo-Hoo glue stick. This and this is heavier paper, so I shall probably use my handy dandy 3-in-1. That's if I can get it to move, because it hasn't had much opportunity to move for a while. This is heavier paper. This is very heavy, so I shall definitely be using it there, and I'll use the glue stick here. Righty, when I've accomplished that, I'll be back. Well, the glue bottles just taught me a lesson. Don't let us sit for a couple of months. We're not happy. So I just fought them to the ground and managed to get these pieces down. I have some glue bottle examining to do before I can use them so freely again. I've added this thought, because after all, this is a Commonplace book, and I'm going to be using my Faber-Castell Pitt pen dark sepia, number 75, Fall Colors to Love. I'm very quiet, I'm sorry, but I'm really concentrating on this because some of my treatments made my fingertips have a little bit of neuropathy, and they remind me that I have to be careful when I use when I work on fine work like this. I must get back to trying them out again on with needle and thread for slow stitching. It is they are supposed to get better with time, but no one could give me a date and time and hour. So let's see what we're going to do now. I think the best way to add some doodling here is to just put it down and not make lines to follow. That, yes. This, not so much. Let's see if we can find something. I think we need a little bit more green. So, Le Pen. I love Le Pen. Yes. A nice shade of green. And another one right down there. Just a little something, something. There we go. And let's do some leaves here, just to remind us about what we're doing. Something quite simple. Right, I'm going to do this off camera. I'm sure you don't need to watch me do little 5,000 little leaves. And we'll see if we want to add anything else, or we'll just call this a day, because I think I'm starting to poop out a little bit. Well, I do hope that you have enjoyed our little visit. Fall Colors to Love, happy making for many of us who are in the correct hemisphere. As you can see, I just embellished with some leaves and vines, nothing very much, but I used red berries to bring out the idea of the red berries over here in the design of the page. I do hope you have enjoyed this little quick visit. I feel good being back in my seat. I will be glad to go and lie down now for a bit, but I'm going to be so happy. I'm going to be lying there smiling, and I might even fall asleep thinking about the fact that we have gotten together again. If you have enjoyed today's video, please give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment. I certainly do answer them, and I would appreciate your subscribing to my channel. Bye now.